Hi there and welcome to today's vlog. This is likely to be the last one that I do while we're in Florida, USA. It's been a great time and I thought I'd just share with you some of the positives to come out of this trip and one or two, not exactly negatives, but less than positives. So let's start. The weather, great weather. Sun shines usually in the morning and then sometimes later in the day. The clouds maybe come and the rain comes, but that's what makes this part of the USA such a green and verdant land, as the saying goes, because of the sunshine and the rain. So the weather is a big plus. Air conditioning, we need that because it gets very, very hot and humid outside, but just about everywhere you go, the homes, the cars, the shops, etc., are all air conditioned, so it's a blessing. And I was talking recently with a gentleman who grew up in Florida when there was no air conditioning, and he said it was really tough, though he feels it wasn't quite as warm then as it is now. Who knows? So the air conditioning is a great bonus. I've heard that there's going to be a heat wave when we get back to the UK and we don't have air conditioning in our home, but anyway, we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The friendliness of the people here. You walk down the street and you see somebody and they almost always say hello or morning or whatever. Not that you see all that many people out walking because it's so hot, but they are very, very friendly here in Florida. And the church we've been part of, the First United Methodist Church in Lutz, L-U-T-Z, a fantastic church. We've been made so welcome. We've been shown hospitality. We've just been embraced and we feel very much a part of the church family there. So we pray for them as they seek their way forward with Chris, the pastor, our friend. The roads, I was a bit nervous about driving on the right, but it's been fine. The roads tend to be quite wide and not so busy unless you go into a city or a town. So it's been a great experience. I've got on remarkably well with driving on the right. And as I say, the roads are long and straight, don't tend to be bendy like ours back in the UK. So it's been fine on the roads. The openness about Christian faith. We were in Walmart the other day and there was a bookcase completely dedicated to Christian books of all sorts, lots of books there. You wouldn't see that in many of our supermarkets in the UK, would you? And people talk about the faith. There's lots of churches around, and it just seems to be a lot more open to talk about spiritual matters in the US, certainly in Florida. So we've enjoyed that. It's been so relaxing, relatively easy pace of life. So that's been great. Cleanliness, we've seen hardly any stuff that's just been thrown by the wayside, waste paper or cans or bottles. Sadly, we see that lots in the UK. Don't know why, that should be different, but here it's a lovely, clean place. And the beauty, the greenness of, as I mentioned, the lakes because of the rain. The other thing, the final thing really, is the petrol price is about half here of what it is in the UK. I wonder whether actually I could hire a tanker, fill it up with what they call gas from the US, transport it to the UK and resell it at double the price. But I think that probably would not work. Just three. So those are the positives. It's been a fantastic time. We've loved it here. It's far beyond my expectations anyway. So it's been a wonderful time and I would highly recommend anyone who wants to come to Florida. A couple of slight downsides. First, a bit of a complication. The prices you see on the shelves are not the prices you pay because there's a local tax that's added onto it. For example, I bought a book yesterday in a second-hand bookstore for, I think it was marked at $12, but you don't pay $12, you pay $12 plus about, I think, 6% tax. So it complicates matters slightly, not a big minus. The other thing is the tips. If you go into a cafe or a restaurant, of that, something of that nature, the expectation is that you'll pay a tip, which is a bit complicated. So you write, you get this bit of paper, then you write on how much tip is going to be. So it's kind of working out that and how much tip. Usually it's expected a minimum of 15%. So that kind of complicates matters. I'm not that I'd begrudge it if it's worth it, but just a slight complication. And the final slightly negative thing is that things here tend to be much more expensive than they are in the UK, which I was quite surprised at. If you go out to a restaurant, it's more expensive. Food in supermarkets tends to be more expensive. So it would be quite expensive to live here, although I don't know what the wages are. So you've got to be aware of that. So there's a few little downsides, but overall a fantastic time. We thank God for this wonderful opportunity, unexpected, but we've been truly blessed by being here, and it's been a fantastic time. But we look forward to being back home in Blighty in a few days. So God bless you. Thank you so much for listening today.